Yeah, hello Yinka. Yinka lè gbọ́ mi. Yinka.
Yeah, mo gbọ́ ẹ́ sìn. Yeah,
Okay, I'm promising. Okay, I just want to make sure that it's working. They can
yeah,
mute.
that is okay.
Yeah, let me just pause it so we're not just wasting the recording.
We have about 20 waiting the waiting room, Francis.
20?
Yeah.
No, I think no, I only see only one over here.
Okay. If I allow everybody,
Yeah,
okay.
but I've allowed them. Yeah,
Okay, I see.
I'm checking it as they come in. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Consul Usman, you may just want to let the people online know when you intend to kick off.
Okay. I don't know, Your Excellency, can we give a grace
Yeah,
of
please.
another 4 minutes and start at 7:10?
Why?
Or should we just go ahead?
I love Ambassador. That's my style.
I need to ask why because
Seven is seven,
we
right?
we agreed seven, and
It's seven.
if we begin to go beyond the normal time, this is after midnight here. So
Yes, and we actually don't have anyone in the waiting room now. So I think we can start now, sir. So good evening, Your Excellency Ambassador Abubakar Jida, Consul General of Nigeria in New York. My name is, hello everybody. My name is Umar Usman Baba, Consul Immigration and Community Relations from the Consulate General of Nigeria, New York. This is a continuation of our town hall meeting that was held on Friday that was disrupted actually by some hackers, so we had to cut it off. But today we'll be continuing with that town hall. So this is going to be exactly 1 hour meeting because it's a continuation of the previous meeting. So in the previous meeting, we had the remarks from the Consul General, Ambassador Abubakar Jida. We also had a presentation from UBA on BVN. Then we were in our question and answer session when the meeting got disrupted. So for this meeting, ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to take any questions with regards to the UBA and BVN issues. So if anybody has a question in that regards, maybe you can refer to the email that we shared in our last meeting, the recording of that Zoom meeting, and this town hall meeting will be uploaded on the consulate website. So if you missed the earlier meeting, you can, from next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can go ahead and re-listen to it. So without much ado, I'll yield the floor to Ambassador Abubakar Jida for a very short remarks, and then we continue with question and answer session with Mrs. Fumi. Yes.
to where you are based. So if you come to invest in Nigeria, you are also benefiting from investing in Nigeria. It's not just Nigeria that is benefiting. You are also benefiting because it's business. You're not bringing your money for free. So you are also a beneficiary. But when you say also that we don't care we don't care about your welfare and all that, what we're doing, this Zoom meeting that we're holding is for your welfare. We need to get, because we cannot be with everybody or be in every state at the same time. And now we have people joining this meeting from from most of the states that we cover. So from here, we can hear your plights. From here, we can also get to know where we need to visit if there are challenges or emergencies that we need to quickly make intervention. So don't forget that Nigeria, or just like Nigeria have problems or challenges, we also in the missions have our own challenges. Funding is a challenge in the missions. So we don't think that we can just carry our bag and start visiting everybody. We have to plan. We have to look at the logistics on ground. We have to say, okay, who do we prioritize? So this is also very important. So we can take off to Chicago. From Chicago, we'll go to Michigan. From Michigan, we can't move like that. Logistically, it's going to be very challenging. So we try as much as possible to see where there's concentration of Nigerians that we need to move in and intervene. And we only have one machine in the US, only one mobile machine in the US. And it's not even situated in New York, but in Atlanta. We have to now seek for permission from Atlanta to get that machine and begin to now move to the state that we have agreed to move and carry out interventions. Look, I have personally directed my staff to go to New Jersey to a woman that was bedridden, who I think is above 80 years old, to go to her sick bed, to capture her on her sick bed, and we produced her passport and took this passport to her house. So if you don't call that welfare, what else? What name will you give it? You give to it. So we are trying our best, in spite of our own challenges. We're holding this meeting basically to reach out to Nigerians that cannot come to New York, or we can go to their respective cities. So we strongly believe that, and we also have the community platform where people ask questions. I have personally received emails of people who were under distress. They needed a facility to go home. They've lost someone. They've applied for visa. They couldn't get. They needed an ETC. They needed a passport. We've produced passports for Nigerians in a day after applying. They came and captured at the embassy and at the consulate, and we got them those visas those passports because they had emergencies. So we try as much as possible to not just allow you to come to us, we also try as much as possible to come to you. So, but yes, I know sometimes we are slow, but it's not deliberate. Like I mentioned, it's as a result of some of the challenges that we experience here to ourselves. So please bear with us. We are trying our best to make sure that we meet Nigerians at the point of their needs. So, and where you feel there's any, and then Nigerians also call me and said this person or that person has issues somewhere, and then we try to reach out to that person and also address the problems. Talking about few missions in the US, yes, there are plans to open more missions, but again, the problem is funding. When this administration took over office, they met an empty treasury, and opening missions was not a priority. So they had their own priorities. They are working on it. You can see that the naira is stable against the dollar. You can see President Tinubu has removed the subsidy. States are now developing. Infrastructural development is ongoing in the states, more in the states now even than the capital. So this administration has done well in terms of carrying out reforms in most sectors and all that of the economy. So opening mission is not a priority, but it's coming. There are plans to open missions in Chicago, in Houston, and reopen the one in San Francisco. It's just that memos have been written. We have it in the presidency and all that. So we're hoping that budget is a challenge, and so we're hoping that very soon these missions will open, and we're very happy that they are coming on board, because Nigerians really need to be reached, and we will be happy to have missions especially in Texas. Texas is the number of Nigerians in Texas are more than anywhere in any other part of the United States of America. So we're hoping that we're happy that the current administration is looking into that, and we're hoping that that will work sooner than later. And once we have the information, we'll share this on the platform. So on the issue, we're not just allowing Nigerians to gather money for us to come. No, that is why we're saying that if we don't want to intervene, we'll ask everybody to come to New York, irrespective of where you stay or where you live. But we know Nigerians. Let me tell you something. When I first resumed office, I discovered that Nigerians were extorting Nigerians. They come to the Nigeria house and they look for stranded Nigerians and collect as much as $2,000 from them for a passport facility. And what we decided to do was to introduce a help desk, and we put it everywhere. And we said, look, even if you don't fill a form, or if you not fill form any form online, come, we'll address your matter. And with that, we killed the market. So we went to Chicago to do intervention, and the lady told me that she paid $2,000 for a passport. I said, how? She said, that's what they collect from them. So we now said, look, please tell us, report to us, whoever that is collected. And this time around, we want to be coming to where you are. And if you can just come to the mission, fill your form and come to the mission, you'll be captured. You pay the fees online and the administration fee, and that's it. You don't pay any other extra money. So please help us to catch those people that extort Nigerians. We'll tell Nigerians, don't collect any bribe from, don't pay any money, extra money to anybody. You can walk into the mission and then you'll be attended to. And we take emergencies because Nigerians lose, they want to go for burial, they want to do this and that. And also don't forget that the issuance of visa has been outsourced. It's no longer under our custody. There's a private company that government had engaged to issue visas, just like any other country that that you have to go through VSF and all that to get your visa. But we also offer, if you have a US passport, we can give you emergency travel certificate. You travel with it and then come back with your US passport. So we try to educate Nigerians on how to deal with emergencies. In extreme cases, we ensure that you apply for the passport, and we try as much as possible to see if we can produce that passport that same day. I don't know if I'm missing anything again from your questions, but I believe we're working around the clock.
Ambassador, you thoroughly captured it. And if the gentleman, our brother, I think Mr. Samuel, if you have additional questions, just post them online. I can assure you representatives of the consulate will certainly get back to you. Fumi, do you want to take it? Because we're coming up to 7:52. Not really sure how much leeway the ambassador would allow us to go. Let's recognize the fact it's actually, if he's not concerned about the welfare of Nigerians, he's not going to be doing. He's calling from Nigeria, and I'm not the staff of the consulate, but when I see things that are being done right, I would praise it, so that it allows me to be able to critique the things that we need to improve upon. And the consulate has been very, very open to receive feedback and act upon them. So we thank you for that. So Fumi, please, when you call the other people, those who have their hands raised, let's limit it to one question so we can get through as many questions as possible before we wind down the meeting.
All right, we have 3 hands up now. So I believe once we're done with those 3, I think it should be okay.
You have some questions online also. So I'm gonna let's ask. I'm not sure who was the first, but I'm gonna ask
Miss Chinyere.
Miss
Chinyere's hand was up first.
Okay. Why don't you go after Chinyere? Can we then do Ibrahim? Then we do Olusegun. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, my highest commendation to the ambassador for the amazing work that you're doing. You are really one person who is stretching your hands out into the community, finding out what our needs are, and trying to meet our needs. You're the one person who is conducting these outreaches, town halls, trying to find out exactly what we need. And we highly commend you for that. Keep it up, because by speaking to the people that you serve, that's how you find out. You already know what your preset job set is. However, by speaking to the people, you'll find out about some of the things that they need. But something that strikes out to me is the present US administration and the fact that they are always blocking Nigerians from immigrating. And we know that Nigerians are the #1 contributors of progress in the US from all aspects. We're not criminals, we're not terrorists, we work hard, we're highly educated, everywhere that we come in,
Ms. Chinere, please just ask your question, please.
Okay, so what is the government doing? Because there are some things that the US government is requesting or requiring in order for them to lift that ban, that travel ban. I mean, to make it easy for people to be able to come and visit their family members, what are they doing? What steps is Nigerian government doing to try to meet the requirements that they have in order for them to lift that ban? Because they have some requirements that they want Nigeria to meet in terms of, like making sure that the people that are coming to America are properly vetted and all of that. What steps are, because I'm sure that
let the ambassador take it. I mean, I'm sure he's got your question. Let him take it and we'll address it accurately, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you. We appreciate your feedback on our work. But let me say that you see, where we find ourselves at the moment is a combination of many factors. Okay. Let's be frank. Nigerians were very loud when we want to address our issues, and some of these issues are discussed on social media, and you don't know where these discussions will end. And new international media pick this information and share it among themselves, and before you know it, they'll be drumming it. And this gets to the NGOs, from the NGOs to CSOs, from CSOs to the US government. And before you know it, the man at the helm of affairs, how he wields his stick, on countries and all that. But what am I saying? I knew from the beginning when this issue of Christians, genocide in Nigeria, it's ongoing against Christians, are being killed and all that. It was everywhere. It was on TikTok, on Facebook, every reel you go through, you hear, I knew we're going to have problems. Now, these things are being discussed in Nigeria. They have been addressed, of course. There have been meetings here, agencies fighting insecurity from all angles and all that. Efforts are being, deployed. I mean, government has deployed a lot of resources and, to address some of these issues. But again, hey, there's been meetings between the parliament inviting people. Now, because there was no balance in some of these discussions, and I'll say it clearly, that I am a Christian, but when the parliament wanted to have a public hearing, a bishop was invited, but there was no Muslim cleric invited, just to have a balance in the public hearing, But so, and then there were some parliamentarians congressmen and women who had sympathy for what is going on in Nigeria, that are killing Christians. They're not only killing Christians, they're killing also Muslims. The issue is not about killing Christians or killing Muslims. The issue is Nigerians are dying, and they're dying cheap. And it's not supposed to be so. So this, of course, was an internal thing that Nigerians and Nigeria needed to address, our leaders needed to address and all that. Terrorism was new to Nigeria. We never knew about terrorism in this country until Gaddafi was killed. And then Libya became a pariah state, and there was no government in Libya. And so there was a, ammunition black market and the rest of them and all that. And so people started, of course, Boko Haram was there, started buying ammunitions and coming down to Nigeria to harass and to kill, and to kidnap and so on and so forth. So when this administration came into power, the issue of insecurity became paramount. President was, he changed service chiefs twice, you know, and all that, just to ensure that the issue of insecurity is being addressed. In some part of the country, it has been politicized, you know, and all that. And of course, some Christian clerics will make unguided statements, some Muslim clerics will make some unguided statements and all that. So there were a lot of issues to deal with. And then, of course, in this part of the world, in the US, some sentiments were you know, propagated, and you know, you had the issue of genocide, you know, going on in Nigeria, that Christians are being killed and all that. So, and President Trump took a decision and said, okay, we're going to be categorized under the CPC. If you recall, during his first term, we were also categorized under CPC. It was when President Biden came that we were taken out of that list. And now we are back again to that list. The way we can get out of that list is to continue to negotiate and to engage the US. And this is going on. In fact, it's going on behind the scenes. In fact, Nigeria has engaged a lobbyist firm to begin to deal with the issue. So I think we should just give it a little time. We're hoping, because we're not happy, that some Nigerians who are about to get their green cards have been denied. In fact, I understand when I was in the US when the president made a pronouncement that anything that has to do with Nigerians should be stopped. Any PR or whatever it is should be stopped until further notice. So I strongly believe that in no distant future, you know, a deal will be struck, and I believe, and there's a lot of engagement. I don't know if you're aware, we have had delegations coming to the US to meet with their US counterparts. We're happy that we'll soon have an ambassador resident in Washington who will further you know, add value to what already is being done. So we're hoping that once the ambassador resumes, we'll begin to engage the State Department on this same issue. And very soon, I strongly believe that some of these issues that you raised will be addressed. So let's just be patient now and allow the stakeholders to deal with the issues. And once there's any information to communicate to Nigerians, will be able to do so through the normal channels that we normally communicate to you.
Thank you, Ambassador. For me, please, if you don't mind, just let me step in briefly. Everyone can see that we're already at 8 o'clock. The Ambassador is out.
I think I can still give some time, Mr. Francis. So,
okay, you're not sleeping. It's at 1 o'clock in Nigeria. We will not take more than the 6 questions from people who have their hands already raised, but I'm appealing to you, please, limit it to 1 question. After your first question, or if you do not hit your question on time and you continue to go on, you will be muted. And I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone, but we have to respect the time of everyone online. So, Fumi, would you call whoever is next? I don't know if we said it was going to be.
Please, can you please check the chat? I think there are some questions there. So.
Yeah, let's take this 6 over here, and then we'll take the ones on the chat then.
Right.
Fumi, is it Ibrahim? Is Ibrahim the next one?
Yes, please unmute Mr. Ibrahim Ahmed.
Okay, please, Mr. Ibrahim, 1 question and get to it quickly so we can get to other Nigerians. We have 6 people with their hands raised, please. And who is the next one so I can just unmute them and get them queued?
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. My question is very trifle and direct. In regards to the NIN, I've been receiving a lot of calls. People seems to be frustrated when it comes to trying to obtain a NIN, despite the fact that there are some directory given to the personal vendors. So especially in this area of like New York, Philadelphia, and stuff like that. So I've been referred to people to call. So I don't know if it's possible that the consulate interfere in terms of having such services. I don't know if it's private or how. so that people who are on this platform can also have an idea, whatever solution it may be given to them.
All right. The ambassador will take that quickly for us. Or I mean, any one of the officers as necessary.
Yes. Okay. Just to speak on NIN, you know, when something is not under your custody, it's very, very difficult to deal with. NIN has an arrangement with private individuals who partner with them they serve as agents all over the world. And so they are allowed to capture, take biometrics of Nigerians and then work with NIN to get you a number. We don't do that in the consulate, but agents are allowed to do it, and they have agents all over the world. And I believe in New York, in Philadelphia, you must have an agent that is close to you. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they register with NIN and to commence their operations. However, if you go to NIN website, you go to the country and also you go to the cities, you begin to narrow your search, you'll be able to come to one that is close to you. They have been having issues, I know, but I know recently it's been stable, but in the past it was very challenging. It was very difficult. Sometimes at some point they shut down. What we discovered was they were trying to upgrade, as they said. They were trying to upgrade their software. But I believe now is a bit stable. It's just that some people find it difficult. Ideally, missions should be a one-stop shop. But because different agencies operate differently, it's always difficult to have every agency under one umbrella. So the way they decide to operate is to engage agents, and the proceeds that the agents make is being shared between the agency and those agents. So if you want us, yes, we recommend people around, within within the Nigerian house, we recommend people to go to Bronx or Queens, where we have. But what I think I should do, with my colleagues, is to reach out to. They have someone who coordinates NIN in America, to have all the NIN addresses and put it on our website, so that anybody who wants to do NIN can come to our website and check a particular address that is close by to him, or where she is living, to be able to get this facility. So we'll take note of that. And I believe my colleagues are listening to this, so that we can going forward, anybody, and then we'll send the messages across, to say that whenever you want to come to our website and then check, you'll be able to get an agent close to you. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Olusegun, you're unmuted. Remember to ask only one question and go straight to the point.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for what you are doing, and we want you to do more of such, where we can, interact and engage some of our officials. And I'm going to speak very straight to the question, because most of the question you've answered my concern. My question is about how we have a channel, especially in the area of passports and, all those things that we're talking about, NIL, passports, getting your passport, when we have challenges or we have issues of bottlenecks, like extortion or something like that. If we have a channel where we can always make our complaints, if it's email or through any other channel where you can make a straight complaint when you have such issues, and it should get to the right appropriate channel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, we have different platforms you can make such complaints. One is OON. They don't allow, even though they are our partners, but they don't allow us to sleep when there are issues. When such incidences are reported to them, they make sure a staff is punished or a staff is even dismissed when they find out that he's culpable. So you can report to OAN, that is one. You can also write us, send an email to us to report. You can send an email directly to me to report on any incident. And we always encourage Nigerians not to give anybody any money outside of the online payments that they make and the admin charges that they make, and they are giving receipts. So please don't entertain anybody. We allow you to come straight to the consulate. If you have issues, come straight to the consulate if you're close by, and then walk in and demand to see any officer in charge and report any sharp practices that you have discovered. And so we welcome that. We try as much as possible to be transparent, to be open. We also try as much as possible to ensure that it's no longer business as usual, whereby the consulate is like a graveyard where people dread not to go. If you have business ideas, come to us. You want any consular services, come to us. We are open and we're ready to assist. So, but in terms of reporting incidences, you are in the mission, somebody is asking you for bribe and everything, please. 10th floor is where I stay, in that building. Just come straight and the door will be open for you, and come and see and let's discuss it.
All right, Mr. Adiola Kukwala, you're next. Please, one question straight to the point. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our dear
Kumi, why did you allow this man to speak? You should have please mute him.
I can take Mr. Kukwala off quickly like that.
I must first actually confirm the story the ambassador told us that he had to travel all the way with his staff to come and capture and to come and deliver the passport to one of our elderly persons in New Jersey. And we still want to say thank you very much for that. This other area is, we know that relationship between diplomatic missions, which Nigeria diplomatic mission was spearheading. I'm sure we are still the one in leadership, but how can we avail that relationship in trying to get visas to these other countries from here?
Come again. I don't understand what you're trying to
say. Okay, like I want to go for a wedding, my niece's wedding in London. Okay, and I'm in America. I have a green card. I have a citizenship, but I still need a visa to go to some countries. And I know that this diplomatic relationship, they have become diplomatic missions. Is there any advantage we can have from the embassy, from the consulate, to help us get visas from other places right from here?
Normally, we don't do that. I mean, they will not even honor any intervention. However, if you want us to introduce you to the mission, I think we can do that and say, this is a Nigerian, this is Dr. Popular, he's a medical doctor, or he's this and that. He's a member of the Nigerian UNIDO, a very vibrant one, and he desires to go to your country, and please render any assistance that you may wish to, concerning his request for a visa. Just an open introduction. If you feel you will need such an introduction, why not? But ideally, we don't normally intervene because some countries frown at that. If you decide, they feel you should go on your own merit, and they will not deny you visas as long as you meet all the conditions.
Okay.
If I may add, Your Excellency.
And what was that?
It's Consulate one.
Oh, okay.
I think Dr. Kupola already sent an email with regards to that, and I'm sure we responded to you. But however, His Excellency has spoken about the letter of introduction. But we just want to make it clear that we don't just give anybody letter of introduction. If you want a letter of introduction from the consulate, you must first of all be registered with the consulate. And that's why we call for people to log into our website and register. So if you register and we check through our records and we see that you have actually registered with the consulate, that's when we can consider issuing a letter of recommendation, please. So if you're not registered with the consulate, please make sure you do it. Just log into the Consulate General of Nigeria, New York, and the first pop-up you'll see it will ask you to register with the consulate. So if you are not in our records, it will be very hard for us to issue you letter of recommendation, because we don't know. Then it means we don't know who you are and we don't know what you are going there to do. So I just wanted to add that, sir. Thank you.
So, Dr. Popular, these are the people that guide me. You've heard from them.
All right. Please unmute Zoom user. His video is on.
I thought I did. Okay. So after Zoom user, who's next?
Steve. Steve is next after that.
Okay. All right. Zoom user and Steve, you can suddenly unmute yourselves.
I want to appreciate the opportunity to meet with you, Ambassador Jida. My name is Prince Tunji Kalejai. I'm calling from Chicago. Retired but not tired. And the fact that I'm able to do this passionately.
Mr. Kalejai, you will help us a lot if you just go to the question, please.
Yes. I'm going to the question. Yes, yeah. Exactly to the question. Yeah. I say the fact that I'm able to meet him personally is commendable. Calling from Nigeria at this time of the day is very unique. Thank you. You must be having a privileged internet and power because oh my God, few people do that. I'm talking from experience. People that we talk from time to time. I want to be able to do this even when I'm in Nigeria myself. My question is this: what assurance can you give me not to cancel my next scheduled visit to Nigeria for the fear of being kidnapped? Because no one, nowhere is safe. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
The last time I checked, I'm not a member of the service chiefs. I'm not an Inspector General of Police. But to respond to your question, I don't know if you can also assure me that I will not be kidnapped in the US because nowhere is safe in this world. We have seen a lot of crime in the US. It's just that the response is quick, is rapid. So if you're coming to Nigeria, I'm in Nigeria and I'm not panicking. It's just that there are places you need to avoid. There are, when you are told, you're advised not to travel to places by road, don't go by road, take flights. Don't stay late in some cities. And so, I mean, I can assure you that with God, nothing will happen to you. But the issue of security is in the hands of everybody. I mean, how you conduct yourself, you shouldn't be, let people not know that you're coming. Try as much as possible to just sneak into the country. Let people just see you at home. If these are tips that I can give you personally, and don't be too flamboyant. Don't show off. You're from the United States of America, so you must spend dollars. You'll be changing dollars in the presence of people. Certainly, you'll be kidnapped. But I will advise that a lot of efforts are ongoing to address these challenges, but also security lies with everyone. But I can assure you that I've even gone to my state and to my village, and I'm back to Abuja. Nothing has happened. So please come to Nigeria.
All right. Let me.
Okay, Mr. Steve, you are unmuted.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, mine is very simple. There is a question akin to what I want to ask already on the chat. So if they can address that, that solves my problem.
Now that you have the floor, ask that question.
Just talking about, it's a question of that, how can one help? The trick is that one is thinking of going to renew visa stamp in Nigeria later part of the year. And I want just to know whether the visa appointment slots currently being scheduled for the end of the year, and if it's still they are available either in Lagos or Abuja.
Sorry, sir, visa slots in Abuja and Lagos?
American visas. They need to go back to Nigeria to renew their visas.
Okay. That also is something we cannot. You see, what the American embassy does in Nigeria is very fluid. They can wake up and say they are not issuing visas, they've canceled all appointments and all that. And so we from the consulate here cannot pronounce ourselves on any of these issues. We can only say follow their websites, go by the information that they provide on the website, and that's it. We cannot intervene because they will not even allow us to intervene when it comes to some of these issues. So it's something that is beyond us. But we're praying, and that is why what government tried to do is to not reciprocate in terms of what they are doing by issuing visa, 3 months visa, single entry, and all that. And I think was it last year or early this year that they churned out some of the conditions, the visa issues regarding, I think it was in December, about the new visa regime that they sent out to the public regarding the student visa, regarding some, what do you call it? Is it A1, A2 visas, and so on and so forth. So I think if you check their website, you should be able to see that. But again, we don't have control. Our Minister of Interior has, and Foreign Affairs have tried to reach out to see how this can be resolved amicably. But we will have to wait and see how they will respond to some of these meetings that are going back and forth. So we're hoping that very soon we will hear something very positive. But unfortunately, at the moment, we'll have to wait for the outcome of the engagement while this subsists. Thank you.
Can we unmute Mr. Placid? Placid.
For me, if you don't mind, would you kindly just take the questions on the chat? If people took time to put questions in the chat, we've got to take them. So I'm appealing to the 3 ants that we have who just recently put them up. Placid, Titus, that's my junior in high school, so it's going to get in, but not right away. And then the last person, we will get the 3. Please, no other hands should go up. If you have questions and you're still online, I would suggest that you put it in the chat. But let's get through the questions in the chat, and we'll come back to this last 3 that we have hanging out here now. Is that okay for me?
We're good.
Yeah.
Yes, it's okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, let me take Placid while you're still trying to do that. Placid, why don't you ask your questions, and then Titus, I would get yours already. Okay.
All right. It's a short one, and this is a while. I've been expecting this for a while, but I'm gonna ask questions like that. I found out, and it might be like I'm asking the ambassador directly, and I want to find out. A lot of people are not being how does he on his own part protect his people, the Nigerian people, because I find out that a lot of people are having issues and which they can't get a help, even when they call, they don't get the help they need, and they have a lot of them around me and around us. Even after they called, they don't get a positive response, or they don't get response that can rescue them from issues of sometimes they have emergencies that they need to go back, or they have issues and they are being tied down in one place on like that, and they are being kept for a while. So, and all those things, instead of calling them,
Mr. Placid, why don't you go to the question? What's the question to the ambassador?
That's what I'm saying. It has been happening. People have not been getting assistance even after they call the consulate or the embassy. The embassies, there's no favorable response that comes to them. So, what aspect? How do we correct that? Because most people are facing that kind of issues right now. They have been looking for a way
let
to
the
get to
ambassador
themselves.
take it, please.
Yeah,
they
have been looking for a way to get to help. Seriously, we have a lot of them around us, so that cannot get that help.
So,
Mr. Right now,
Placid, let me say something. If you try to call and you don't get a response, and you have a lot of people around you, why don't you just do a list of them and send to us and their contacts and say these people have issues? We have OON who are our partners. They can also assist us to coordinate. We receive calls, we receive emails. I personally receive calls and emails from Nigerians, and I respond. I ask my colleagues. I quickly send them this number and say, please call this person. Or I even I screenshot from my email and send to them and say, look, this person has an issue. Find out what is the issue, and I follow up, and I ask for progress. So yes, I know there are people out there, but we're trying to open up. We have a platform. Come through your community leaders, and that is why we encourage people to join different communities, so that through that they can reach us. Like I said earlier, you can walk into the consulate yourself. Nobody will stop you. We have a signpost that we have a help desk. Send us there's a chat you can send. There's email you can send. So we know that Nigerians are going through challenges of reaching out to the consulate, and we decided to create a lot of channels that you see. Phone call is not enough. Sometimes you call, the woman is on break, and so when she comes back, and I know that lady receives calls in a day like crazy, and one Nigerian want to engage you. In fact, he will tell you, take him through how he can apply for passport online while he's on the phone, while others are queuing. So if you have a list, share with us, and let us also get to know where these people are having issues. The least we can offer you is consular services, and my staff are very much aware of that. We don't joke with that. We try as much as possible, and that is why you can see we can reach out to an old woman who's bedridden to go and capture her and give her a passport. So please, the essence of this town hall meeting is to see your faces, is to also hear from you those that cannot reach us. And if we can, and we encourage people to join the town hall meeting. Look at it now, we're only 75, but we only have 75 participants here. How many Nigerians do we have under our jurisdiction? So there are many portals of engagement that we try to encourage people to join so that they can reach out to us. And we can't force them. We cannot say, force you to come to talk to us. You have to make efforts. So please, if we have Nigerians like you who can join for a meeting like this, if people come to you, You can Usman has posted his email for the opt-in client. You can send us a list and say these people have with their contacts, and we'll have somebody to call them to find out what is going on. If it has to do with the passport or visa, we will guide them appropriately. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. So, Mr. Titus Lowokere, you would go next. Then after that, the last person that we'll take is Mr. Fatai DCG. And then we'll try to take quickly the questions that may be on the chat. If you have any questions, I'm sorry, we would not call any more person from online. Just post it on the chat. If we can't take it during this meeting, the consular staff, I'm pretty sure, would attend to it. Mr. Lowokere, I think I've asked you to unmute yourself, correct? And then Mr. Adesiji, you can also do the same and just get ready.
Okay, thank you, Senior Francis. It's nice to hear your voice. My name is Titus Olowokere from the U.S. Nigeria Business Council. And let me say thank you so much to the ambassador for turning the consulates around. We really appreciate that. My question is quick one. When you apply for the Nigeria passports on the portal, it gives you two options, the 32-page booklet and the 64-page booklet. But oftentimes, you don't know what's available at the consulates. Can we just choose any one? And if you choose one and it's not available at the consulate, is it interchangeable? Or is there going to be a price difference? That's just my question.
Straight to the question, right? Francis.
It's a noble man. We call ourselves noble Nigerians.
You're part of your junior, right? So
we call ourselves noble Nigerians. That's the way we roll.
Usman, do you want to address that?
Say that.
Okay, Excellency. Yeah, I believe with regards to the passport booklet, we have all available at the consulate. So when you go to choose online, you choose the booklet that you want. If it's the 5 years or the 10 years, both the 5 years and 10 years have been available for a very long time. So we have had no issues with that. Thank you.
Some of the price, are they the same price?
No, they are not the same price. So when you go to make the payment, it will show you the price.
Okay.
The one for the 5 years, I believe is 140 something. Then for the 10 years, it should be 240 something or 260 something. The prices are different. Well, I can assure you, whichever you choose, it's available at the consulate.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Consulman. So, Mr. Adesiji, if you don't mind, you got a last question, please. One question and make it quick so that we can quickly take a few questions online.
Thank you. Actually, mine is not a question; it's just a follow-up on what the ambassador said when he was answering the question. I didn't want to ask any question. I don't want to say anything earlier, but when I heard his response, I said I must talk. Sir, you see, the question of kidnapping or all this trouble that we are having in Nigeria, as an ambassador, sir, we need to find a way to really paint the country or try to bring out the positive side of what is happening in our country. You see, to kidnap you, you must have an insider. The fact that I go to Nigeria almost every other month, and I stay in Lagos, I didn't see anybody within the 10, 15-mile radius of where I'm saying they never kidnap anybody. And if you listen to where they are kidnapping all these people, they are insiders. So it's not like Nigeria, they are kidnapping. No. There's too much publicity about these kidnaps. And if you, as an ambassador, you are telling us don't come at night, don't work on this, they will kidnap in America, that really touches me a little bit because Nigeria, I don't see this kidnapping issue. I remember the Chibok girls. The Chibok girls were so loud when the president was there. They were good luck. After good luck left, Chibok girls is no more. Now, because our president is there now, they are shouting about this kidnap. So I want the ambassador to please find an approach or an answer to ease people's mind and let them know it's negative. Yes, it's happening, but the scale at which they are making noise about it compared to what's happening on the ground, well, I'm not sure I can say for myself and for my family and for my extended family, both in Lagos and Ibadan. You understand me? If it happens somewhere, it will be all over the world. But what about the good things that's happening in Nigeria? So, Mr. Ambassador, sir, I want to sort of let's have a good PR to really see how we can remove this issue of an incident that happens and is all over the world. That is negative. What about the positive ones? That's my submission, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fatai. I don't know if you joined the meeting when we started this meeting before we had a break, and of course we resumed today. I reeled out the positive things that this government has been able to do to bring to the world, to show the world that Nigeria is still a country to reckon with. And I gave some of the points about the reforms, the ongoing reforms in the country, what this country was before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over office, and where we are today. I mentioned all that in my remarks in the last meeting hitherto. On the issue of the insecurity, I told you I also mentioned that the president had to change service chiefs twice to address the issue of insecurity in our country. For a president, it wasn't so before. Under the former president, it wasn't so. So that is to tell you how this government has taken the issue of insecurity very seriously. I will also reiterate and say that there are places you need to avoid at night. I will not withdraw that statement, sir, because if there are certain places you go to, you'll be attacked, even in the United States of America. So it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Go to UK and there are certain places, even the police will tell you don't go there. Even in America, there are certain places the police will not, they will even ask questions. They'll ask you why you went there. So this is what I'm trying to say. There are certain places you don't just go in the night and say, hey, there's no matter what kind of PR you do, unless we want to lie to ourselves. There are challenges, and government is addressing these things. But before we can deal with these issues to the latter, let us avoid areas that you feel that you shouldn't go at night. So this is the point I was trying to make. Positive image, this is our responsibility. We've been doing this for more than 2 decades. But he asked a direct question and said, I should convince him why he should come to Nigeria and if he will not be kidnapped. Am I not in Nigeria? Am I not speaking to you at 1 a.m. or after 1 now? I'm speaking with you, and I'm not being kidnapped. So I wouldn't go out, and there are certain places I will not go at 2 a.m. Even no matter how I shout, nobody will come and rescue me. So, but for me, I always say that no matter what, I want to retire in Nigeria, irrespective of what's going on here and there and all that. If you're going to be kidnapped, you can even be kidnapped in the United States of America. And when you come to Nigeria, you'll be safe. So it's not about image making. If you're talking about image making, we're certainly doing that. But I will still say in Nigeria, there are certain places you don't have to go if you want to avoid trouble. And I strongly will want to tell you yourself, Mr. Fatai, that you know that there are certain places you will not want to go, you wouldn't want to go at night, even during the day. The police will warn you. There are flashpoints of where certain things happen. And talking about an inside job, yes, if your brother or your sister or your relation want to set you up, he'll wait he knows where you go to and when you're coming back at night, and they can waylay you. So these are some of the things. If you go out to enjoy palm wine or fresh fish in the night in one garden or one park, you should try as much as possible to come back home. It's not that because you're afraid you'll be killed. No, it's just to avoid anything untoward that can happen at any given time. If you walk in a dark alley in the United States of America, certainly you can't rule out being attacked. So, but you don't work, you can, during the day you can work there, but in the night when nobody is around that place, certainly these are places you avoid. So please, this is the point I was trying to make.
All right. Thank you very much, Ambassador. I mean, look, the bottom line is we're dealing with the reality of life. The danger all over the place. We got to use our common sense. We got to use wisdom.
Absolutely.
You got to know where you go to and where you don't go to, period. It doesn't really matter where you live in the world. Nobody needs to sugarcoat it. The reality is we have dangerous places, and it's a fact of life. Let's just use good judgment. We would just take 3 questions from the chat, and my encouragement to consular officers is please look through the chat and help us address questions that may not have already been addressed as part of the questions that we took online. 3 questions that I'm going to ask. One is, we acknowledge the fact there's been improvement in terms of the speed at which passports have been produced. Is it where we want it to be? Absolutely not. But ON continues to engage with the consulate to see how best we can collaborate and improve this service for the good of Nigerians. ON is not a Nigerian organization. Our job is we serve our community, but in order for us to be effective in engaging with the consulate, then we have to be fair in terms of our criticism. Where we see them doing well, we praise them, and where they are not doing well, yes, we do hold their feet to the fire. Okay, so right now, maybe Consulate can take this. What month, in terms of when biometrics was captured, is the consulate processing to give us some framework in terms of how long applicants should expect their passports to be ready once the biometrics is captured?
Thank you for that question, Mr. Francis. I don't know if Mr. Yurima Abdulkadir is with us or anyone from our immigration unit. Please, if any of them is online, you can identify by raising your hand.
If you give me their names, I can quickly look for them.
Yeah, we have Mr. Abdulkadir Yerima.
One just raises.
Okay, I see Mr. Suleiman Usman is here. Yeah, you can give him access.
Oh, okay. Please. All right.
Thank you.
We would ask him to unmute, and there will be 2 follow-up questions. I don't know if he's going to be the one that will be able to take those 2 also.
Mr. Suleiman, you have the floor, please. Thank you.
Good evening, Your Excellency. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Suleiman.
Good evening.
Regarding the question, currently now we're producing 2nd of March peak right now. As a matter of fact, they've already been mailed out to the various applicants.
So you're saying you're producing what in March?
2nd of March. Applicants that came for their biometrics on the 2nd of March.
Okay, that's very encouraging. So we're saying we're probably approximately 4 weeks away from when an applicant is captured.
Although usually we'll give them 6 to 8 weeks time frame, but usually passport comes within 4 to 5 weeks.
Okay.
I'll give them a standard operating procedure time frame of 6 to 8 weeks. All things being equal.
All right.
Comes within 4 to 5 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Please, Nigerians online, get this information back to your different constituencies so that they have some framework in their minds when they are coming over to produce their passport. This is from when the fingerprints are captured, not from when they put in the application. So, which is commendable. It used to be about 3 months, now 6 weeks. Hearing it could be anywhere between 5 to 6 weeks. Let's continue to improve it. Hopefully, we'll get it to below 4 weeks, which is very
just to add to what he said, Mr. Francis. We also have provision for fast track. That is one. Secondly, we often encounter challenges when it comes to Nigerians documenting their addresses. They usually don't put the right address. Some put their old addresses and they've moved on, they've changed address. Some refuse to put even their correct phone numbers. And so we also have challenges with the post office sometimes they misplace our passports. So that we've made it clear to them. And so these are some of the challenges we also encounter. And I think other areas that Nigerians will come and ask for change of name, and it's also a long process. And they come back to you to say they want their passport immediately, and that is not. If it has to do with change of name, even if it's a full stop or a hyphen, that will have to be referred to different agencies to go through. So it takes a longer period than the normal passport production.
Francis, you mute yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So thank you, Ambassador. You started addressing one of the follow-up questions, which is, what are some of the common issues and challenges that a consulate see that Nigerians run into or create when we come to the consulate to request for passport, etc., and so on and so forth? Is it possible for you to share those with us? Maybe it can be posted on the community forum, so that leaders can then take this back to their different constituencies to let people know how to avoid those things. I mean, I know you mentioned about, whatever they are, I don't know. Maybe the top five.
Usman will post that, and then we'll do the appropriate thing.
Okay, thank you. So the last thing has to do with is definitely commendation, and I asked the question. Look, I'm not a big fan. There's a lot of inefficiencies in government, period. It doesn't matter what government on the world, but let's focus on our own country. Our country is extremely inefficient in a lot of ways. We just need to continue to make incremental progress. And one progress that I have seen, which I would commend I think it's got to be the Ministry of Immigration, internal. It's got to be internal affairs. Is in this issuance of e-visa. That system, it's even more efficient than the visa of most countries in the whole world. So I do commend you. If you apply for e-visa and you do it correctly, within the span of 24 hours, in most cases, tops 48 hours, your visa gets emailed to you. I have guided a number of people. They've done it, and they definitely get it, which is very commendable. My follow-up question then is, for those who are not able to apply for e-visa due to different reasons, either technologically challenged and so on and so forth, are they able to come to the consulate to apply for physical visa? And if so, what does the process look and feel like?
Yeah, okay. Well, the Usman will speak on the processes, but then, like you said, the e-visa and the e-passport is to reduce the traffic on the consulate and to ensure that if Nigerians will have to travel, they have an emergency, you need to travel at short notice, they can quickly apply for the e-visa and all that. But then also the e-visa and the e-passport also have challenges. I mean, sometimes you have technical issues. Sometimes the payment doesn't go through and all that. But this is when you have to travel as quickly as possible or ASAP. But then if you have a longer period and you apply and you feel you're not getting traction, then we advise that you come physically for biometrics. So this is what we advise. But when you really want to travel, but let me also say that sometimes if you apply to the e-visa, even as a Nigerian, sometimes you can be denied visa. So don't think because you're a Nigerian, you must get a visa. No, sometimes and you don't have anybody to talk to and to explain yourself. So sometimes, but when you go for visa interview here in New York, if you're applying for the one that you appear for biometrics, if there are questions that you may need to answer, then you'll be able to do so. So either way, but like you said, the e-passport tried to help us a lot to reduce the number of emergencies that come to the consulate, and also is faster and you can dash in and dash out of the country through the e-visa process. So, but Usman, do you want to take them through the processes for the biometrics?
That will be Usman from immigration, sir, right?
Usman Suleiman, not Usman Baba.
Suleiman, okay.
Are you still, you back on mute? You should still be.
Where is he? Yeah, he's muted. Please, can you unmute him? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Just to add up to what His Excellency has just said, as regards the visa at the embassy, there's usually a 21 working days. It's not something that you can just walk into the embassy to get. It's important that each applicant applies online, book an appointment, go over to OIS, get their biometrics done, is to bring it to the consulate, and visa will be worked on and issued for them. But say for them to walk down to the consulate, to come in for the visa directly as a case of an emergency, no, please, there's no such facility on ground. Applications are meant to be done online, they book an appointment, biometrics, the us agents will bring it to the consulate for us to work on them before it's being mailed out to various applicants. However, if applicants have issues with that, the e-visa is a very, very good platform for them to engage in, make use of it for their short visit visa stays. They can get a 30 days validity stay in Nigeria, whereby it's an end-to-end mechanism between the applicant and this, they call it the server of the Nigerian Immigration Service, by they fill in all necessary requirements, virtual of what kind of visa they are applying for, and the visa will be issued to them electronically via the email in which they use in doing the application. I think, by and large, that's just to take concerning that for the time being.
Okay, thank you very
if
much.
If there's any other questions, please feel free. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Consulate. I'm intentionally asking some of these questions because
yes, sir.
ON gets a lot of these questions, and we try to educate people. So I'm glad that more people are online. Take this back to your different organizations and spheres of influence. Explain the processes to them so that people don't get frustrated. As much as possible, use the e-channel. But if you will not use the e-channel, then plan it out appropriately so that you know when you need to apply, when you need to go to
you apply before time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Ambassador, I mean, now that we've almost at 9, is it okay for us to just take the next 8 minutes, go to 9 o'clock? I know we give ourselves 2 hours.
That's fine.
Okay. So for me, do you want to look online and see if we have? Oh, okay. It looks like is she saying consuls? I mean, we don't have any more questions.
I can see Judin Eze at hotmail.com.
Yeah, I want to make sure they take every question on the chat before, because Judy came in after we put a blockade, but I know she's my sister, so she's going to want to make sure she has a question. Just be patient with us, Miss Judy. So any other questions on the chat for me that has not been addressed?
The ones I see here, let me see. Is there a roadmap for transitioning Nigeria towards renewable energy while still stabilizing the petroleum sector? That's from Real One.
Is there any what?
Is there a roadmap for transitioning Nigeria towards renewable energy while still stabilizing the petroleum sector?
Oh, yes. Of course, I'm trying to. What's the policy now? It's just skip my mind. But the government, of course, is looking into that, and we have I'm trying to remember. Energy transition is what the policy is all about. So, of course, it's transition from what we currently have to, to renewable energy. And so under this administration, there's a lot going on to have alternative to the current arrangement. So a lot of opportunities are being provided for people to invest in EVs, solar, and the rest of them. So biomass and the rest. So certainly, government is coming up with such a policy to address the security, the energy security challenges that we have in the country. So insecurity that we have in the country. So in terms of stabilizing, of course, we can't fizzle out the use of fossil fuel until we have these other alternative source of energy in place. So yes, it's ongoing, and if you are ready to invest in such an area, please come to us. We'll guide you on where to submit your proposal and take it off from there.
Okay. Fumi, any other questions on the chat?
None, but let me just say this. There's someone here that wants to know if Ambassador went to FGC Maiduguri. So I don't know.
I went to FGC Maiduguri before I left for FGC Azare. Yes, I started in FGC Maiduguri. My father was the vice principal in Federal Government College Maiduguri in those days. Okay. So if you want to know, yes, I'm the one. If you're trying to confirm, the same Jidda.
All right.
Same Jidda.
Okay. So again, please, I'm going to apologize to people online. Eventually, meetings have to come to an end. We would only take one question from, I think, is our sister Judith, whose hand was up before we got 3 more people. My encouragement to the 3 people that we would not be able to call, because we're coming up at 9 o'clock, post your questions on the chat or reach out to Consul Osman after the meeting, and he would definitely be able to provide appropriate answer to you. So we would allow, let's see, where's Judith now? So you are going to, I can't even find her anymore. All right. It does look as I can't find her. So if she's gone, I'm just going to hand it over to Consul Usman, and you can wind down the meeting, because if we don't start winding down now, we will not be done at 9 o'clock. It's actually 8:57. So Consul Usman, you can take it over from here, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Francis. Your Excellency, Ambassador Abubakar Jidda, distinguished community leaders, members of the Nigerian community, my dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of His Excellency Ambassador Jidda and the entire staff of the Consulate General of Nigeria, I wish to sincerely thank you all for your participation and valuable contribution to this town hall meeting. All feedback received have been well noted and will continue to guide the consulate efforts to serve you better. We encourage you all to sustain the spirit of unity and remain good ambassadors of the country. And if you have any further questions, clarifications, you shall feel free to reach us. I've shared my email, and we also have the email of all consulate staff on our website. So, for example, during our discussions, I did not hear much questions about trade, and we have a very vibrant trade desk. So if you go to our website, you will see the consul in charge of trade with their email posted there. So if you have any trade related questions, you can send it directly to the officer. Yeah. So I want to assure you of our continued commitment to your welfare and engagements. I thank you all, and God bless you all. Your Excellency, have a very good night. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Okay.
Oh, it's morning here.
Oh, that's true. So there's no need for you to sleep. You can just hang around with us until
the message for you to leave ONN for, but I guess it's late. So worry.
We did not hear from Mr. Dan Salami.
No, I'm here. No.
Mr. Chair, we didn't hear from you. It's not good.
What is not good there, sir? Yinka, you can do the same thing that you're saying people should do now.
That's okay.
All right, that's okay. All right, have a good night, everyone.
Okay,
thank you very much. Great job, Consulate Ambassador.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Francis.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Nigerians appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Please look into the artists for us while you're in Nigeria.
You said that's like is that what you've been thinking, eh?
Yes, sir.
All right, so good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.